Hello, students. Welcome back to your geography class. I am Ms. Jenny Shah, and we are doing the seventh chapter, Lifelines of National Economy. In this chapter, up till now, we spoke about the lifelines of the national economy. We spoke about the means of transport. We spoke about the land, water, air, the three main classifications. And inland, we know it is roadways, railways, and pipelines. We have completed roadways and railways, and so today we will start with pipelines. In pipelines, you know, pipeline transport network is a new arrival on the transportation map of India. In the past, we used to transport waters to cities and industries. Now, these pipelines are used for transporting crude oil, petroleum products, and natural gas from oil and natural gas fields to refineries, fertilizer factories, and big thermal power plants. Solids can also be transported through a pipeline when it is converted into a slurry. So, this is a relatively new mode of transport these days. It is used to transport water or liquid material to cities and industries. Solids can also be transported only when it is converted into a slurry. The far inland locations of refineries like Barauni, Mathura, Panipat, and gas based fertilizer plants could be thought of only because of pipelines. Okay, so when the refineries are placed inland, in the middle of land, the pipelines are the best mode of transportation. Initial cost of laying the pipelines is high, but subsequent running costs are minimal. It rules out transshipment losses or delays. So initially, when we lay out these pipelines, it is costly, okay? But once we lay it out, later on, we have a recurring cost or the running cost is very less. It also completely rules out the transshipment losses. So, any loss in transportation or delays. Transshipment losses means, if we are transporting one particular thing through a truck or through a transport through roadways or railways, there are chances that we lose it in the transit, or there's an accident, or there's a deroute, or there's a delay. But in pipeline, you are overcoming all these things. Okay, so there are three important networks of pipeline transportation in our country. Okay, the first one is from oil field in the upper Assam to Kanpur. Okay, let me show you a picture of it. Okay, so in this image, you will be able to see the three major important networks pipe of the pipeline transportation. Number one is an oil field in Upper Assam to Kanpur in Uttar Pradesh, which goes via Guwahati, Barauni, and Allahabad. It has branches from Barauni to Haldia via Rajband, Rajband to Morigram, and Guwahati to Siliguri. We are talking of this one. Okay, we are talking of this one. Then the second one is from Salaya in Gujarat to Jalandhar in Punjab via Viramgam, Mathura, Delhi, and Sonipat. It has branches connecting to Koyali, Chaksu, and other places. So, this is the second pipeline. We are talking about. This one, okay. Over here, you can see the entire uh, legend. So the green ones are crude oil and product pipelines. The red ones are the natural gas pipelines. Okay, then every triangle you see is a LNG terminal. Every square box over here is a refinery. So we are able to use pipelines to transport them directly to the refinery. Okay, and then you have coal fields. All these are all the coal fields that we have. Okay, and these are the cities: Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai, Mumbai. Okay, and Star is the capital. All right. Okay, then the third pipeline is from Hazira in Gujarat, which connects Jagdishpur in Uttar Pradesh via Vijaypur in Madhya Pradesh. It has branches to Kota in Rajasthan, Shah- Shahjahanpur, Babrala, and other places in Uttar Pradesh. So these are the three major networks of pipelines that we have. Of course, we must have developed many more now. So that brings us to the end of pipelines. These pipelines are used for transporting crude oil, petroleum products, and natural gas from oil and natural gas field to refineries, fertilizer factories, and big thermal powers. What are the merits of pipelines? Number one, it is useful in transporting liquids and solid slurry from faraway locations. Number two, subsequent running costs after laying down the network are minimal. Initial cost is much, but later on it's minimal. And it rules out the transshipment losses or delays. Demerits: initial cost of laying pipelines is high. Pipelines can burst or can have leakage, leading to wastage of valuable resources like water, mineral oil, etc. So while we do have a few merits, we also have demerits, and we must keep all these in mind when we are making a decision if we want to use the transport facility of a pipeline for our production purposes. Okay. This brings us to the next means of transport, that is water, waterways. Since time immemorial, India was one of the seafaring countries. Its seamen sailed far and near, thus carrying and spreading Indian commerce and culture. Waterways are the cheapest means of transport. They are most suitable for carrying heavy and bulky goods. It is a fuel efficient and environmental friendly mode of transport. I- India has inland navigation waterways of 14,500 kilometers in length. India has inland navigation waterways of 14,500 kilometers in length. Out of these, only 3,700 kilometers are navigable by mechanized boats. So there are a few waterways which have been declared as national waterways by the government. Okay, uh, some of these are the Ganga River between Allahabad and Haldia. It is considered as national waterway number one. It is 1620 kilometers long. The second one is the Brahmaputra River between Sadia and Dhubri. This is 891 kilometers long, and it is called as National Waterway number 2. The West Coast Canal in Kerala, okay, which is Kotapurma Koman, Udyogamandal, and Chakapakara Canal is 205 kilometers long, and this is the national waterways number 3. The other viable inland waterways include the Godavari, Krishna, Barak, Sundarbans, Buckingham Canal, Brahmani, East-West Canal, and Damodar Valley Corporation Canal. Apart from these, India's trade with foreign countries is carried from the ports, which are located along the coast. 95% of the country's trade volume is actually moved by the sea. So, waterways has been in our country for very long because India has been one of the seafaring countries. Our seamen, our seamen have sailed far and near, carrying and spreading Indian commerce and culture. Waterways see the cheapest means of transportation. They are the most suitable for carrying heavy and bulky goods over the long distance. It is fuel efficient and environment friendly mode of transport. And 95% of the country's trade volume is actually moved by the sea. So today we have just introduced waterways. Next time we will continue with this. With this, children, I'm going to end today's class. Stay home, stay safe, take care, keep learning, make a list of the national waterways, and if possible, find out how many total national waterways does India actually have, just the total number. Okay, with this I end today's class. Children, stay home, stay safe, take care, keep learning. Thank you.